Are we here?
Yes.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Leaders of the National Media Coalition Ghana, National Executive Members of the Ghana Journalists Association, colleague journalists, ladies and gentlemen. You could feel the tiredness on our faces. Can see same, but we will stop. We are soldiering on. It is not over until it is over. I must, on behalf of the Media Coalition Ghana, thank you for responding to our call and providing coverage for our press conferences and statements during the elections. The Media Coalition Ghana, comprising the Ghana Journalists Association, GIBA, Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, GIBA, Private Newspapers and Online News Publishers Association of Ghana, PRIMPAG, and New Media Association of Ghana, NMAG, is excited to report that election processes have been generally peaceful despite some regrettable and avoidable challenges, including the loss of lives that occurred in some parts of the country. Our assessment is based on a report received from the election volunteers dispatched by the GJA in the 276 constituencies across the country under the National Media Coalition Center project and 7-member monitoring team also selected across the country. The media in our beloved country have once again largely demonstrated resilience and commitment to democratic principles and professionalism before, during, and after the elections. Indeed, the coverage of this year's elections has been one of the best in our election history. We saw improvement in the various aspects of field and studio reportage, despite some challenges faced. We wish to commend our election volunteers and all media practitioners for their professional coverage of the elections. The Media Coalition Ghana says Aiko to you all for the great work done. There is no doubt that the Ghanaian media, really admired by our peers on the continent, have again showcased its vital role in promoting transparency, accountability, and civic discourse throughout the electoral process. Pre-election coverage. The media provided extensive coverage of the electoral processes, including candidate profiles, policy debates, and voter education programs. Election day reportage. Media practitioners worked hard to offer real-time updates on the casting, counting, and collation of votes. This helped to promote transparency and accountability. Post-election commentary and analysis. As the general public is now witnessing, the media is providing in-depth analysis of the election results, promoting deeper understanding of the electoral process and its outcomes. But the media also faced many challenges in the discharge of their duties. Safety concerns. Some reporters experienced some safety issues while reporting from the field, highlighting the need for increased security measures to protect media practitioners. Some of our colleagues were in areas where the shooting incidents occurred. Though we did not receive any report of physical attack, some journalists were traumatized because they were right at the places where the killings took place. But largely, I can say that there wasn't any major report of attack or assault on the media, which means we have really, really done well. Let's clap for ourselves. This is commendable. This is very, very commendable. And I commend all of you for the yeoman's job. Access to information and collation centers. The media face challenges in accessing information from some electoral officials. This affirms the need for improved communication and transparency. We had reports from our volunteers who were prevented from entering constituency collation centers even though they had accreditation to access centers. Police and security. Largely, we always call on the police and we always condemn police for not attending to the safety and security of journalists. But today, we want to commend the Ghana Police Service, Dampare-led Ghana Police Service, and other security agencies for their work, which ensured that journalists who were on the field went about their work peacefully and freely. We applaud them for safeguarding and ensuring the safety of media practitioners and a generally peaceful election process. I echo to our election security task force led by the Ghana Police Service IGP Dr. Ekufo Dampare. Collaboration with YISI. The Media Coalition Ghana commends the Electoral Commission for collaborating with the GJA to train journalists on credible election reporting and providing free accreditation to both local and foreign journalists. We were, however, unhappy about how the EC handled the accreditation for the coverage of proceedings at the National Coalition Center. And we'll continue to stress on that we felt that it could have been handled better. And we always call on what we called engagement, consultation, extensive consultation. And I know while the EC had done that, we wouldn't have found ourselves where we are now. But largely, we commend them for a peaceful and a transparent process. Commendations and admonitions. The Media Coalition Ghana congratulates His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President-elect, on his election to the highest office of the land once again. We also applaud the MPP presidential candidate, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, for demonstrating maturity and statesmanship in conceding defeat after calling former President Mahama to congratulate him even before the EC officially declared the result. This is indeed commendable. I thought we were going to clap for these two gentlemen. And I stressed on that the Media Coalition Ghana again congratulates John Dramani Mahama, the President-elect, on his election to the highest office of the land once again. We also applaud the MPP presidential candidate, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, for demonstrating maturity and statesmanship in conceding defeat after calling former President Mahama to congratulate him, even before the EC officially declared the result. This is indeed commendable. Ladies and gentlemen, at this critical juncture of our dear nation, we encourage winners of the elections to be moderate and magnanimous in their celebrations in order not to aggravate the hurt feelings of losers. On the other hand, we urge the losers to also exercise restraint in the face of extreme provocation. They must take a cue from the maturity exhibited by His Excellency the Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and be calm. The Media Coalition Ghana urges the leaders of the political parties, especially the MPP and NDC, to admonish their supporters to be matured in their conduct during this period. The coalition is worried about the fact about the act of vandalism in some parts of the country where people have taken the law into their own hands and are destroying and looting state properties. We condemn this act of vandalism and call on the perpetrators to stop it immediately. You can't waste taxpayers' money. It is our money. If you destroy it, they will use the same money, the same taxpayers' money, to do what? To bring it back to its normal existence. So please, we urge all, let's exercise. The Inspector General of Police, IGP, this time around, we are not calling you with regards to media. We are calling you to enforce law and order by arresting and prosecuting perpetrators of such impunity. We also do same by calling on the president of the land, who is still president till January 7th. He's the president and the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to ensure that there is law and order, to ensure that Ghana remain as peaceful as it was before and during the elections. I know it is his constitutional mandate to do that, and once he's still at post as the president, we call on him to ensure that the security rise to the task to calm the tension of Ghanaians down. The Media Coalition Ghana admonishes the media to continue to promote peace and national cohesion to help galvanize the nation. At this moment, we must avoid these divisive tendencies or anything that will undermine the peace of the country. Let's remain professional in the discharge of our duties. And for the media, on behalf of the coalition, the media coalition, I want to salute the gallant men and women in the media and call on the heads and leadership of the media houses to motivate its team or the media for a good job done. Kudos to you, and we are grateful for holding the flag of Ghana high. Long live the media coalition, long live our democracy. May God bless our beloved nation and make it great and strong. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President of the GJA, Mr. Albert Jumfo, and presenting the performance of how the media performed during the elections, and we heard it there that we did very well. Kudos to us. Congratulations to all of us for all the hard work. So another round of applause. Let's clap for ourselves. We did so well. And then our various agencies that we interfaced with, I would say, and stakeholders also did their part. The police, of course, the EC, as well as the various political parties that we interfaced with. Very, very important. We thank them all, as the president has said. At this moment, let me remind us that what we are watching right now, or what is taking place here, is going live. TV3 has it live now. Joy News has it live. Onuya is also picking live. Thank you very much for that. We'll take an intervention from Mr. Sonkwa Mills. Mr. Sonkwa Mills. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky. Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the media. On behalf of the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, I wish to first congratulate the incoming president of Ghana, his vice and the newly elected parliamentarians, and also the vice president, the current vice president, for his maturity in the declaration made early in the outcome of these elections. It gave us a breath of peace quite early. The media organizations of the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, we wish to congratulate you and all your dedicated staff, your broadcasting partners, including the station of the nation, GBC, for a wonderful work done. For the media owners and your media personnel, your exceptional performance during the recent elections, along with the significant financial and personal sacrifices made during this critical period. I know we had a lot of meetings and a lot of ideas and discussions, especially visibility of our pressmen, and it was very much of a high standard. So you deserve the highest commendation. Your remarkable efforts to enhance broadcast quality, which we've seen this year, media personnel visibility, like I said, and safety, and facilitate seamless coverage and maintaining an unwavering commitment to delivering accurate, balanced, and timely information throughout the election campaign, which has culminated into a successful presidential and parliamentary election from December 2nd till now, have been truly exemplary and historic. Your dedication has been crucial in ensuring safety, transparency, and informed voting, thereby upholding the integrity of our democratic process till date. We recognize that this achievement would also not have been possible, like my colleague said, without the invaluable support of the Electoral Commission of Ghana, who kept listening to us, and we kept pushing when it was necessary for the media, the Ghana Police Service, the cooperation of the political parties, and the commitment of their dedicated supporters and partners also in the broadcast sector. The professionalism and dedication displayed by you all, journalists, reporters, editors, cameramen, and all staff across the media outlets nationwide, have been instrumental in educating the electorate and giving us the success we have today. Well done. Your ability to report fairly, responsibly, and with integrity in real time has further strengthened the democratic values we hold dear. Very little misinformation and disinformation. As we look to the future, we must remember that it's not over. For us, it is not finished. We have critical media issues that still remain, including our broadcasting bill, which is still hanging, the digital terrestrial television policy issues with the MOC is still unfinished, content regulation discussions, taxation challenges, especially facing the free-to-air broadcast sector, and more issues. Addressing these issues is essential to fostering a sustainable and free media environment that supports our nation into the future. While we congratulate the President-elect, Vice President-elect, incoming ministers, and parliamentarians on their electoral success, we eagerly anticipate collaborative efforts to tackle these pressing matters that I have mentioned eagerly. Together with you, we can amplify the voices of Ghanaians and translate their aspirations into actionable policies that will further advance our beautiful democracy for the benefit of all. A heartfelt thank you to our media coalition partners for a job well done. The coalition is here to stay, and at GIBA, we look forward to a consistent and stronger advocacy for the media in Ghana through our coalition. May God bless the media, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you, and well done.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sokwa Mills, for that. God bless our homeland, Ghana. We'll take questions from the media. So if you have a question, please come up here, and let's do this quickly so we can get back to work. If there are no questions, come up to the front. Mention your media house. Come up to the front. Your media house, your name, and your question. Yeah, come up. Go ahead.
My name is Jeffrey Fifian and I'm from Channel 1 TV, CTFM. My question is to Mr. President. Now, even though there was little report on attacks on journalists, I, for one, my colleagues and I, faced some challenges entering some coalition centers. We were actually mobbed before we could enter these coalition centers. I want to know in the future what will be done to make sure that we don't see these things at all, because this is big 2024 and then such things are still happening to accredited media people. So what is your outfit going to do to address this? Thank you.
You said you were mobbed, right? But not major attack. That's what it is. So it's the same thing. Yeah, not the major. So you...
Okay, I think my brothers, sorry for going through that, but I think our statement captured that we said that we know that some of the media were denied access even though they had accreditation to the coalition centers, and so we captured that. So as we said, there were few excesses, but there wasn't any direct attack or insult or assault, let me put it that way, on us. There wasn't any direct attack or assault on us. And so we have said that we have called for further engagement, consultation, going forward and all that. We hope that, like I said, we are in a progressive era. And I don't think the EC or the Electoral Commission is a destructive institution. They are constructive. And as a constructive institution, they ought to listen. And so with all this call, I believe that in considering reforms ahead of subsequent election, they will consider all that. And like I said, the coalition is here to stay. It has come to stay. They will continue to advocate the interest and the freedom and independence that the media has been enjoying since 1992 till now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a question? Come on. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I think let me add to what President has said. Sometimes the challenge we also have is that when our colleagues come and attack, they don't feed us with information, and that is very important. If you don't inform us, we may not know about it, and we may not be able to address the concerns. If you had been following our activities during the election period, we heard about 3 press conferences, and we were addressing issues to do with the restriction to access to the National Coalition Center. We were making calls, but at that time, everybody was hot. But our information indicated that some journalists went there without accreditation, but they were allowed access. And we are aware that people were getting the messages we were putting across in our press conferences. And we believe it is a reason when they went there, even without accreditation to the National Coalition Centers, they were admitted. So what we will encourage you to help us with is information. Even now, after the election, we may be engaging the political actors, including the EC and the police and everybody. We will need information, accurate information, so that when we are engaging them, we can be more specific that at this coalition center, this is what happened. Then we are getting the opportunity to address the way forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, General Secretary. Do we have any more questions? If you have, please come up and your name, your media house, and yeah.
Thank you. My name is Christian with naturalresourcesnews.com. Mr. President, I'm interested in the number of volunteers we sent out, and the specific key mandates we assigned them. I'm interested because you mentioned generally the media reports, whatever you said. I want to know if we give the volunteers specific mandates. I'm interested in knowing the specific mandates. Thank you.
I think that is related to the coalition center's work. And that will be, a report will be generated. But I believe that, any other questions right now? Otherwise, we'll take this last one. Okay. So we can have a response to the coalition of
the numbers.
The mandate.
The number was in the statement.
It was, that's, yeah.
So the key mandate.
The mandate. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. In our communications earlier, including press statements we had issued, we had indicated that we had deployed election volunteers to the 276 constituencies across the country. And the mandate we had given them was to monitor the elections generally, but paying particular attention to issues of national interest. So, for example, if there was a shooting incident, we were getting reports from our people on the ground. If there was anything untoward, okay, it is a reason we had received a report in one police station in Upper West that as of 8:50 a.m. voting had not started. So that was the key mandate given to them. And then also to feed us with the results from the coalition centers, the constituency coalition centers. So we were interested in two kinds of results. One, the provisional results as they were announced, and then two, the certified results after the parties involved had signed the pink sheet. And we had our own strong room here. The results were coming through the strong room, and we were projecting them on two big monitors on the compound. There was one at the far end and one in front here. And apart from that, we had also asked our volunteers on the ground to pay attention to concerns of media practitioners. So if there was anything that affected the work we were doing, including restriction to access, assault cases, or anything that affected our work, they were also to send a report to us. And the essence of giving them that mandate was for us here at the national office to quickly find a way of addressing those issues. So these were the key mandates. And at the end of the project, we are requiring them to send us reports. So we are going to have a comprehensive report of the coverage of the election from the perspective of the media. And I think we've been talking about unprecedented things. This will also be very unprecedented. Thank you.
So, on that unprecedented note, we've come to the end of the press conference. That was a pat on the back of the journalists for doing what we do and do very well. And the media houses. Let's remember to send the message to the media owners to remunerate the journalists and commend them properly and appropriately, as Mr. Jumfo has said. So make sure you are sending that message back to your media houses. Thank you very much.
I'm coming. They are employees. How would they send a message? who personally engage your management to do the needful for demonstrating professionalism and for setting the standards high. I think I have the privilege to meet with some of the foreign observers, and I can tell you that their observations and reports on the media was above excellent. And so we did so well. And again, let me say that we are starting, they said charity begins at home. So with the motivation we are talking about, today we are going to motivate everyone here, special. We are starting it from home, so that at least when we call your leaders, when we call your management, they will know that at least the DJ has shown the way. So don't go anywhere, just be calm, be patient, and you will be taken care of. Thank you, and have a blessed afternoon.